Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to install the transmission in this 2182. Already have the dry shaft in, and I'm not going to loosen up these side brackets until the end to get them into the side pockets right here. I'm going to leave the bolts in right there because I don't want oil all over the floor. I want to minimize my mess, and we have to put that dry shaft way down in there, so it's pretty tight in that area. So if not, I will remove the dry shaft real quickly and we'll install it that way. But I'm going to put you in a stand and we'll see how long it takes to do it. Usually it doesn't take very long, but sometimes you can get upside down in this job right here. So I'm going to leave the camera about there, and this is going to be unedited. So we'll see what we can do here. I've already lubed up my channels a little bit on the frame. I just use a floor jack. I've always thought about making a frame. There we go. Now whoops, I popped out again. Because you're gonna have to spread the frame just a little bit. Oops, now I have to, we're gonna guide it in. Now we're right to the bolts here. We're going to pull them out. We might get a little bit of mess on the floor. Just one of them deals, you just kind of take your time doing it. Okay, now we're into the area right there, into the dry shaft. And I believe I have it. There I do. Pretty sure I have her. We'll make sure, yep, we're locked in there. So we're about ready to stick the bolts in. There's the first bolt in. I'm probably in the camera's way right here. And that one's in. We'll go to the other side. You can see I'm already getting a little bit of oil mess right there. There's the other one. And we're in. One thing I did forget to get is the air hose ready. I'm going to show you how I'm going to run them bolts in. That was the trickiest portion right there, that getting that dry shaft on, or into the couplings. Now I'm just going to snug these up. I am not going to tighten them. the other side. Okay, the one thing that is I forgot to mention, when you're putting these transmissions in, make sure you fold these control levers over these control levers right here. Because if you put the transmission in, it's going to go down in under, which you can take the control cam bracket off and get them adjusted so they're on the above side of the frame. But it's just a lot easier if you fold them over right from the beginning. Now comes the tough part right here. Another tough part. You have to get these lined up. And what you do is you loosen them off in your main frame. And I have my bolts all ready. They're 3/8. Because you're going to have to move that bracket around just a little bit. Let me get a screwdriver and adjust that in just a tad. Actually, I have a punch. I think it'll work a little bit better. Okay, I think I have the other one just about lined up. Now you notice I didn't have that straight when I put that in, but sometimes with an impact you can draw them right in. I'm not going to tighten up this area yet. I'm going to move over to the other side, and then after I get this one done on this side, I'm going to tighten it right up. Now, believe this or not, this is one of my favorite jobs to do on a Cub Cadet is the transmissions. I like the challenge of them. This one here is not so lined up. Let's see if we can just use the impact to put the bolts in. And we were able to. I think this one's going to go right in. We're going to tighten this up, and then we'll go to the other side and we'll tighten them up. Now I'll probably retighten them again. Now if you have a Haven deck on your machine, every month take these bolts up just a little bit. Them extreme brackets are a great idea, don't get me wrong, but you can just tighten them up every so often and have the same results. Okay, now we're into the control area. I'm going to hook up the controls, then I'm going to hook up the hydraulics. This is a little bit tricky. I'm going to hook up the neutral safety lever first. I'm going to try to get you right in there. We're going to put the brake lever in. One thing I did forget to grab is a spring, but I have one right close. Actually, I have one on my International Harvester toolbox that I can go grab. I have a roll-around toolbox from Harvester. They were made by Kennedy. One of these days on YouTube, I'll show you them. Or that, I should say. Missed it. Let's see if I can get her again. Okay, now we have the brakes hooked up. We're going to take a hammer. I'll grab a string and that spring. We're going to knock that over just a tad. Now after I get done, I'll take the camera and I'll show you exactly what I did. Now I'm going to use one of these quick pins in here. And the reason why is if you watch some of the videos, getting them cotter pins out is a tough job. You put these cotter pins in, or these, quick pins in, it makes it a lot easier. To remove the next time. Let's hope you don't ever have to remove again the next time, but. Can't get the washer on there, but there it goes. Okay, now we're going to put the spring on, and I'm going to use a string to do it. Old pull cord I'm going to actually use. I'm going to tuck that in. Actually, I'm going to use this side. Yeah, I better use this side right here. I'm going to wrap the string around on the bottom. Now, after I put this spring on, I am going to take you out of the stand and show you where we're at so far. Spring's on. I'm going to have to cut the spring because it ran into a knot, which I'll get that out later, but I'll show you where we're at on it right now. Okay, the spring's in. You can see it has return pressure on it, so we're all good in shape right there. That's the lever I just put in there. That's your brake rod right there. Next, we're going to put the control on. That's going to take a 1/2 inch to do it. It's fine thread, so it'll take a minute. Now, have your hydro lever all the way to the fastest it'll go to put this on. and that'll stick out far enough so you can get it in there. See if we can get that in. This is tight to do this right here. There. There. Seven sixteenths and a half inch. And there we go. We'll see if it adjusted. Now we're going to hook up the hydraulics and we're all set. Now, when I took the other transmission out, I see that somebody put elastic tape on it. These are what they call JIC fittings right here. They self-seal. So you don't need to whatsoever put any elastic tape on them at all. Takes 11/16 wrench. Now this is going quite well. Your first couple that you do probably won't go this fast. In the summertime, I do one of these a week. So it's not like I haven't been here. I was pretty nervous about doing this last night, everything go right. I was worried about that dry shaft going into that coupling. And there we go. I will hook up the brakes and make sure the rear housing's nice and tight. And we did it in about 16 minutes, so it went really smooth. So I appreciate everyone watching my channel. I know I do some difficult things. The videos are unedited, so it's not absolutely perfect when you view them, but I hope it gives you a good idea how to put them in. If you have any questions, just please email me. Be glad to answer them at any time. Thanks for watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and we'll see you on the next video.